I have decided I am going to start criticising other political commentators. Many political commentators have significant influence on political discourse, and many of these commentators are worthless, disgusting partisan hacks who have no values or principles. I despise these people. One such example is Whangarei Tim. Whangarei Tim has a very large audience. He has millions of views and thousands of regular viewers. He has real influence, and so he should receive real scrutiny. That is what I will be providing in this video. Whangarei Tim's commentary is plagued by lies and stupidity. Notably, he has an obsession with Khloe Swarbrick. He has suggested that her victory in Auckland Central was rigged. Of course, he has literally no evidence to support this claim. It is just a brazen lie told by a person who is such a partisan hack that he will make up total nonsense to make his opponents look bad. And of course this lie isn't even original, he just imported it from Trump. And of course these kinds of lies are incredibly dangerous. We have seen the damage that they have done to US politics. To destroy faith in democracy, that is a very dangerous thing. I don't like the ACT Party, but I would never claim they rigged elections without evidence. That would be a disgusting lie. One of Whangarei Tim's biggest videos accuses Khloe Swarbrick of being sex mad. Another one accuses her of being obsessed with sex. Making videos about how Khloe Swarbrick is supposedly sex-obsessed is probably about as creepy as you can get. Especially since Whangarei Tim is almost certainly a bitter, lonely old fool. Spewing brain-dead nonsense online is probably the only thing that motivates him to get out of bed in the morning. Of course he attacks Khloe Swarbrick for being on medication. A gross low blow that has no substance whatsoever, yet it is a common right-wing talking point. And coming from a person who chose to use alcohol as his profile picture. When you watch his videos, you can practically smell the stench of cheap liquor on his breath. I mean, it's really disgusting. Naturally, he also accuses Khloe Swarbrick of being DEI. Does he even know what DEI means? Khloe Swarbrick won an electorate twice. How exactly is that DEI? It is all the same mindless buzzwords imported from the USA. These right-wing commentators have never had an original thought in their lives, and it is truly pathetic. Like malfunctioning bots, the right-wing commentators use rhetoric imported from the USA in a context where it doesn't even make any sense. He has a disturbing obsession with attacking Khloe Swarbrick for anything and everything. Khloe Swarbrick breathes, and there are 20 Whangarei Tim videos uploaded about it. It is weird and embarrassing. I have criticised Khloe Swarbrick numerous times, but this weird contrarian fixation is very disturbing to me. He also accuses Khloe Swarbrick of being a pervert. Note that he has no videos covering Tim Jago or pedophilia in Destiny Church, but he is happy to slander left-wing leaders constantly. He also supports Trump. Trump has been found liable for rape. Trump has bragged about sexually assaulting people. Trump is of course a known associate of Jeffrey Epstein. If you support this man, you have no business calling other people perverts. Recently, a Maori Party activist confronted Casey Costello in public. Whangarei Tim demanded that they should be imprisoned for this. And I am not a fan of the Maori Party and its activists, but you do not deserve prison time simply for confronting some dumb politician in public. And of course Whangarei Tim is a mindless hack with no principles. We all know he would applaud the same behaviour if someone did it to Jacinda Ardern or Khloe Swarbrick. I really despise these kinds of commentators because I don't understand them. I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I was this disingenuous and hypocritical. This kind of amoral partisan commentary is genuinely alien to me. Tim demands that the voting age be increased to 26, a thinly veiled anti-democratic ploy intended to suppress left-wing voters. Of course, Whangarei Tim's primary function is tirelessly supporting the coalition government, criticising the left for everything and never criticising the coalition for anything. Standard partisan hack conduct. Of course, supporting the coalition is itself a point against a commentator. The coalition is trash. They have driven up national debt to fund a tax cut for rich landlords. They have attacked workers' rights. They have abolished trade union empowering legislation. They have presided over major increases in unemployment. They have made it easier to fire workers and evict tenants. Act International even voted against a bill making it a crime to steal workers' wages. They allowed our military to train with the Israeli Defense Force, which specializes in killing children and conducting ethnic cleansing. They have been opening New Zealand up to foreign mining companies. They want rich foreigners to plunder our nation's resources. And throughout all of this stupidity, Whangarei Tim has defended them as one of their most amoral, yet loyal attack dogs. Whangarei Tim pretends to care about unity and social cohesion, all while importing cancerous culture wars from the USA, spreading lies about election results that he dislikes, calling everything woke, whining about African immigrants and transgender people. It is truly pathetic stuff, and like every right-wing channel, it is just a constant moral panic about the left and meaningless culture war nonsense. Why speak about serious economic, constitutional, or foreign policy issues when you could just call people woke Marxists and fearmonger about transgender people instead? It is pathetic. Ironic that these people accuse the mainstream media of being propaganda, while they push the most laughable partisan propaganda that one could imagine. I mean, some of their videos are literally edited to provide a misleading view of what politicians say. It is just laughable. Of course, Tim is also a strong supporter of Donald Trump. Donald Trump, who tried to rig the 2020 US election. Donald Trump, who pardoned cop-bashing rioters who tried to overturn the 2020 election. Donald Trump, who made national debt skyrocket to fund tax cuts for rich people. Donald Trump, who is deporting people for protesting. Donald Trump, who sent an innocent man to a horrible prison in El Salvador without a trial. Donald Trump, the sex offender who destroyed abortion rights. Donald Trump, who has violated the US Constitution more times than you can count. Donald Trump, who has repeatedly lied about New Zealand. Espousing support for such a man is an attack on rationality and morality. And people who attack these things are enemies of the nation. In my view, Whangarei Tim is a liar and a hack. An enemy of rationality and morality. An enemy of this nation. He has the effect of a cancer. He weakens the nation, turns it against itself, corrupts it with lies, weakens its sense of morality and rationality. Some might say I am being harsh. If anything, I am being far too kind. Tim dehumanizes his enemies. He will be treated accordingly. I am going to start attacking other commentators. I am not going to sit by while they spew lies and ruin this country. I am not going to sit by while they mislead people and undermine our values. I will stand against them. It is easy to get lots of views when you are a mindless hack that uploads videos of politicians speaking and the occasional piece of low-quality political commentary. Being honest and principled is far harder and far less popular. But I do it anyway, because for me, this is a moral pursuit. It is not about making money. I haven't made $1 off this. It is not about getting a following. It is not about spiting my enemies. It is about making New Zealand the great country that it deserves to be. I seek to provide an alternative to the absolute cancer that is most political commentary. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me.